Here at Bowling Green, I was able to like incorporate all the things that have made me me. You don't see a lot of African American women in environmental science, and it's just encouraged me to like be that voice, be that person. So I feel like Bowling Green State University has really given me the opportunity to do that, and I'm so grateful that I am here.
BGSU has offered me many opportunities that have led to very good things. It is life-changing for the better, and I definitely would pick BGSU again if I were to go back.
BGSU is great because of the wide range of opportunities that it provides students. From all the organizations to research experience, there are many ways to fit in and belong.
I think BGSU really sets up their students for success, and it prepares them to succeed in the real world.
A really important aspect here at BG is that like a lot of the people here and a lot of faculty here know what they're doing because they've been through it before, and they're going to guide you in ways that they know that you would feel comfortable working with.
I would choose BGSU again. The staff here is amazing. Professors, if you need anything at all, you email them and they respond right away, and you can ask them for anything.
I can almost feel comfortable offering any like suggestions or any comments or concerns about anything, and always feeling like I can be respected and heard. And I think that's really what I like the most about BGSU.
The BGSU film faculty have encouraged me to really create stories where I can see myself on screen and create work that feels really personal to me.
I feel at home at BGSU because of the countless opportunities for social life and professional development. I would choose it again.
On a Saturday night here at the Slater Family Ice Arena, we welcome you to the second game of the 2025-2026 regular season and conference play as well. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Chip Creinin. And we got Bowden Stoller on camera tonight, folks. So here we go, the BGSU Falcons getting ready for their home opener on a 10:30 start. Excited for everything up ahead. The best is yet to come. What do you think, Chip?
Yeah, I think a couple lineup changes here, a couple local guys inserted, fresh legs, new goalie in net. I think the Falcons are going to come out with the victory.
Absolutely, and a lot of, you kind of said a lot of guys coming in, a bit of a homecoming to the Ohio State man to get his start tonight. Number 41, Seth Russell, played at Findlay High School. He is going to be representing the Scarlet and Gray here. Grew up around 30 minutes south, roughly, playing at the Cube in high school, and now he gets to take it up just a little bit north up to the Slater Family Ice Arena. So here we go. A lot to look forward to as well, and anticipation. Bowling Green coming off a tough 2-0 loss that they had yesterday, really needing to bounce back from that, Chip. How are they going to be able to do that?
Yeah, I think like I mentioned before, fresh legs. First 5 minutes are going to be important. I think the Falcons did a nice job yesterday after that first shift, of settling down, getting into the things. We'll see a new goalie in net. Riley Martin played out of his mind last night, 44 out of 46 saves. I wouldn't expect anything more, and that's what Coach Harper wants. Is he's okay getting shots, 40, 50, 60 shots on against, as long as we're putting some in the net, and that's what we did not do last night.
Well, we definitely had shots coming towards us. Riley Martin played a phenomenal game. We got to work better on getting those shots on net as well. Only 8 to start off the season in the first period. Going to have to get a little bit more than that, trying to go out there. And we're going to see a lot of pieces, I feel like, that are going to be stepping up. C.J. Brown, Mark Rudo, guys that are able to take it to the net and try to drive it. But you also have defensemen that are able to do that, such as Ted Scholze and Bracken Buck. So really going to be a good night and hopefully a good first impression here at home.
Yeah, and a couple of line shifts. Mainly the same top 9, but you're going to see a bunch of different line combinations going around for the Falcons.
There's a lot going on up ahead. We got the guys that are going to be playing. Tanner Amos going to be making his start here. The local kid coming back to the Slater Family Ice Arena. He wore it just right across from his high school locker room is where he got dressed tonight. He is now representing the orange and brown after he was wearing the red and black at BG High School. So it's got to be good for him, too, the freshman, to get out here and get the legs going.
Yeah, we'll see him. He'll wear the number 11 for the Falcons. Of course, he's not the only Bowling Green High School grad. JT Webb graduated 2 years ago now. He's a sophomore. Towards the left side of your screen is JT Webb and Amos in that same circle. Expect a lot from Tanner Amos. He's a good net front guy, knows where to be. The speed's not there yet, but it'll get there.
Well, you're going to see a lot ahead, too, and, this was only the second game of the season. We got a long way to go. We're going to get to January, go to Denver, do all these wonderful things, so you really just have to try to set the tone here, and that's one of the most important things, and we talk about a lot those first 5 minutes is really setting the tone, and that's what you do in those first 5 minutes. You just got to get it on net and set that tone.
Yeah, and I think something that once we learned that Seth Russell was playing, a lot of the guys, local guys, the BG guys, there's St. John's kid, Bracken Buck. They've played against Seth Russell maybe in high school, so they know his tendencies, and the shots from the point always beat Seth Russell. He doesn't see the puck great, and he never did in high school at least. Maybe it's different now 2 years later, but shots from the point is going to be key here for the Falcons.
Well, and that's part of the game, is just growing and developing, and there's a lot of guys that are from out of town, but there are a few that have stayed home close nearby to the orange and brown. We talked JT Webb, Bracken Buck, and Tanner Amos, but yeah, all being in the same conference. Bowling Green, St. John's, and Findlay really did see each other a lot, so maybe we see some of those tendencies. Maybe, you never know, maybe Seth Russell's more of a guy that likes to have a good blocker. Maybe he's not too good up high when he's trying to lift his arm up for a save. Maybe he's not the strongest on his legs, when he goes down in the butterfly, but there's still options, and you got to take advantage of them.
Yeah, and I great, like you said. Sorry, I got distracted there by some fans here. Some returners. Trey Zeeble in the crowd. I know he was in the chat last night. He's in the crowd tonight. A couple other alum. Nolan Sarnowski in attendance tonight as it's homecoming weekend here in Bowling Green, Ohio for the Falcons. The football team won.
They did. They sure did.
They covered, and they won. That's a great victory right there.
It was a great victory, for BGSU football, and it's going to be the only home game they have until October 12th when they play that school up north. So really needed to set the tone when they go.
I don't even mention the school up north. I just say ew.
Yeah, just say ew indeed. Well, we got around 4.5 minutes to go before we kick off the 25-26 season here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Had a game last night. We get one back here today. First home opener here in Northwest Ohio.
Yeah, and something we didn't mention, Mitch Norvicius didn't play a single game at home last year. He'll get the start tonight in net for the Falcons.
And it's going to, really see Norvicius go, the junior, getting really up ahead, going to have to work as hard as he can. The Bourne, Massachusetts guy going to be really at it. He's a 6'1", 185 pounds. So he's really got that kind of, built to him, where he's able to cover a good chunk of the net and he's able to move around just a little bit. So it's going to be an exciting thing to see here.
You said it best. Anything else for pregame notes before we step aside here for a quick break?
Well, I think we're all good for now, Chip. Going to be interesting to see Norvicius v. Russell in the pipes tonight. Going to see how that one goes, but all we know is the best is yet to come for the Orange and Brown. So let's take a quick break here. Chip, you are watching BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube.
Here's your delivery.
Donuts. Bye-bye. Bye.
Have a nice day.
Oh, we're live, by the way.
And welcome everybody to another
Sorry about that,
night.
Dan.
Here we go. You hear the music in the background. Saturday night home opener for your BGSU Falcons club hockey team. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined with Chip Creinin, and here we go. You had one last night, but now you're finally back into it. And boy, the Joker and the Thief is on, and Bowling Green is looking to steal a game here from Ohio State and get that victory.
Yeah, even up their record 1-1. Go 1-1 in the T, hopefully. Like I said, Norkovic gets the start in net against Seth Russell, the Findlay High grad. We'll see who comes out. No, there's no starting lineup, nor anthem here with the late game. I got work later, so I was for that. No anthem, no lineup. So, big shout out though, Hayden Klingman, old clubber. He's watching.
A lot of shout outs indeed. A lot of people to thank. The boys getting ready to roll, and obviously we have a basic idea on who could start, but not 100% sure at this time.
Looks like it'll be Higgins, McMullen, and Rudo with Granica and Buck.
So how about that? Bracken Buck, the freshman.
Yeah, I thought he played well last night.
Oh, he played phenomenal.
Went on a couple rushes. That big hit.
He did, yeah. And, 3 seasons at St. John's Jesuit and then Sylvania North Stars his freshman year. So he's been around the block, played some travel, up north of here, and then played 3 years of high school hockey, so nothing to sneeze at.
Zoom in.
But here we go.
That's good.
Higgins against Gaffney. Carnegie, Pennsylvania against the freshman. Now here we go. And the puck is dropped, and Ohio State's going to somewhat win it, but looks like Bowling Green's going to get it back now. Rudo with the big dump to get that into that right corner. Ohio State now to chase that one. Sisti looks like he'll have the puck. He'll go around on the wide corner. Ohio State now on the break, but Bracken Buck will be able to keep it in the neutral zone, hits up a little bit, and they will eventually blow the whistle after that.
Yeah, something we didn't mention, referees. Don't know them. I know one's Brian Hall, one's Will. I don't remember his last name. I don't remember the other referee.
Well, one of them looks familiar from the time I played.
Yeah. Most of the referees up in the Northwest Ohio area been reffing for a while.
Well, and that one goes back. That was Gaffney there who was able to get it on the back for the second face-off of this game, but Granica going to have it around. Intercepted, though, by the Buckeyes. Had a guy in the back door. He will not get it, though. Bracken Buck going to be chasing him in the corner. And now here we'll go back to the neutral zone. A bit of a good dump there will force Ohio State to have to go back, though, to avoid offsides. Granica tries to get it out, and he will end up getting blocked inevitably. Now Berholzer has the puck, that number 9 there, and then moving into the corner, waiting for it back again. A bit of a good check. Granica to have it. He'll get knocked. Rudo looking to clear. Tries to go up the middle and will get it eventually to Higgins, but now it'll go back to the Ohio State defense as they will get a dump.
Dump and change there for the Buckeyes. Falcons first on is Andrew Updike. Shot will go. Nice save there, Norkovicius.
Norkovicius there to get a good save. That'll be Ohio State's first shot on goal with around 18:43 left in the first period. So just getting started. Updike, though, going to be chasing right on that one, looking for some good momentum as Ohio State had it, and now in the neutral zone goes back. Bentley off it, and now moving. Updike going to be around the middle, goes back in the corner, and they will rule offsides.
Hoover was a little step ahead. Good offsides call there by Will.
I mean, it was definitely, one of those close ones. Looked like Gobble was there. That was where the pass from Updike went. But now here, take a look at it. Seth Gobble, the freshman, going to be taking this face off there. Hoover gets a good knock on it. forces it into Ohio State's defensive zone.
Nice hit, big hit there by Big Boots.
And now here they'll go again. In the neutral zone, Ohio State loses possession of it, but they'll still take it into the corner, waiting for something else here to go. Now behind the net, waiting for it again. Looks like there's 3 Falcons right there on that corner going cross ice, though. That attempt moving along was just right there to Gaffney, did not work. And now they'll move it around high. Gaffney with the puck. Gets blocked, though, by Updike, and that's moving now into the offensive zone now for the Bowling Green Falcons. As they move along. Gobble playing some defense. They're going to be forced up into the neutral zone. Gobble gets a piece of it, but not quite able to hold on, so we'll keep it moving again. Looks like Bashara got a little piece of it there, and they will roll it off sides, and that
it's another good call there by the linesman.
Very good call. Forces Ohio State back just a tad. 3 on and now 3 off as Ohio State's going to get a line change here.
Yeah, third line out. Looks like same lines to start here for the Falcons. I'd expect Tanner Amos to be the extra skater tonight.
C.J. Brown there at center for the Falcons, not able to win it, but all is well. Ohio State going to do some more DC action as they will dump it. And now waiting. Bowling Green has it in the corner. Trying to get it out just around the hash, and then they try to keep it moving again. That goes cross, though. Nobody there, so they'll keep it moving. Up to the defense. Ohio State waiting for it now. Keeping it moving. A little dump there, trying to find out what you can do. You got nothing. Carter Wilk going to be forced to do that for Ohio State. And now Bowling Green able to get a good one there.
One-on-one
that was
here
from Brown. Now moving it along. Going in for the shot, but not quite able to have it. That was Kiesel there on a close opportunity, but not quite. 16:57 remaining. Ohio State has a 3-on-2. Bowling Green to back check, and they will not get there in time. But you know who will? Mitchell Norkovicius will get it.
There you go. That's the toughest. I'll tell you, that's the toughest name to learn on the team, and you almost nailed it first try.
Yeah. Well, you know what they always say: C's get degrees, especially when you're in college.
Let's aim for A's and B's though.
Nolan Patton there at center for the BGSU Falcons.
Here's the fourth line. Ronan dumps the. Oh,
nice
play.
Ronan goes back to Patton, and that was right on.
Oh,
looks like
in
they
front.
got close. Webb almost got a piece of it, and he does not. Loose puck there, trying to wait, and now Ohio State will have it behind their own net as we get this show on the road. And that'll be JT Webb with a cross check there. Definitely going to be called on. That was on Robbie Sherman, the junior from Cuyahoga Falls, the former Kent State player. So now JT is going to get a penalty. That'll be a penalty kill now for the BGSU Falcons. If I'm not mistaken, that will be their 3rd penalty kill of the season.
Second. No, you're right. 3rd, because it was a 5-on-3 they killed off last night.
And that was.
I thought that 5-on-3 kill was great. Got the freshmen going. You got Seth Gobble out there killing the 5-on-3. At one point, you had 3 freshmen on the ice.
They did a great job, and I mean, it was a nail biter the whole time. But here we go. Patton not center for Bowling Green, but now Ohio State going to be breaking it up a little bit. Kind of a man getting close into the crease, but all is going to keep it moving. Nobody in front. They'll have 3 behind the net there as Ohio State just moving the puck around a little bit.
Watch for the guy with the puck right there, number 10. He's going to move around the ice and keeping a guy on him at all times here.
Well, Mancino's a man.
Oh, good stick there by Buck. Intercepts it. Oh, Ronan overcommitted there.
Got close, and that one's over. Going to try it in a back shot. Up high and in. Who else than Ethan Bashara, the senior from Clarence, New York? A guy that we really needed to look out for, had some data on him. And, I mean, if you just take a look at kind of what he's been able to achieve and, the kind of guy he is, Bashara able to get that. And that will be a tough one to swallow for BGSU. 1-0, they're already down.
Yeah, 4 minutes in, took a penalty, let a goal in. I think a lot of it overcommitment on the penalty kill. After taking the second look at it, Ronan overcommitted there, and a bad pass there by McMullen off the draw.
That'll be tough to swallow. However, we keep it moving along. 15:56 remains in the first period, but now right up, Mark Rudo has a 1-on-2.
3-on-2 now. Scholes joining the row. He
scores! The first goal for Bowling Green this season. How about that? We are tied up. 15:54.
I don't even think that took 20 seconds for the Falcons to get back in, tie this game up. JT Webb said in the locker room when we learned Seth Russell was starting, shots from the point are a must. Rudo shoots it, just gets it on net. Good things happen.
How about that? Just let the energy feel and let the crowd get in. And boy, oh boy, Russell's going to wish he had that one back, but here we go, 15-49. And that's right in front, and that's going to be a good save. They tried to get the tip there. That was the number 6 of Hunter Corna, the junior from Mars, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's good.
Really tried to get it, was very close, but it ended up just going back into the chest of Norkovicius.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I was watching the replay of the Rudo shot. It's great having a monitor here.
It sure is. Oh, captain, my captain, we are tied up, and now here they roll. Try to get the clear there. Rudo going to go up to the defense and then going to keep it moving, but looks like Higgins able to make a nice play there to try to get possession back, and then he'll have
play here. Odd man rush maybe.
And then right across, waiting the shot, and that's down low, but just quite. McMullen there getting a close one for BGSU, but here you go, all tied up. As Ohio State going to be holding on to it now, waiting. Still trying to find out where they can roll with it. Gobble gets back into the rush, tries to get it back in, but they'll have to get out of the zone to avoid an offsides. Ohio State now moving on the right side, gets the pass. Good tip there to get a line change, and now they'll have 2 Buckeyes in their zone that they got to take care of. More now to follow. So
good
now
play there by Conway. Liam Conway also in the lineup tonight.
And keeping it back. The shot attempt by Gaffney, though, not going to go through. And now we have a good chance. And now moving on that far side, Bowling Green going to need to get something here, and that'll end up being on net, which is really all you could ask for. Hoover, though, with a big hit by none other than Hoover. And now here they go again. And the dump and chase, Bowling Green to change now.
Hoover starting to get under the skin of the Buckeyes.
Well, he's got the body, and he's definitely going to use it, but now there you go. We'll take a whistle there. 14-21 now remaining in our period. Quite the start we needed to. Quite the start, and nothing we really expected, Chip.
Yeah, no, what a shot. Weak shot there by Rudo. I'll say that for a Rudo shot. It was a pretty weak one. A weak goal. I bet you Seth Russell's going to want that one back.
Well, it doesn't matter either how powerful it is. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But now Buck will have it in the corner, going to be able to evade a couple of defenders there. And now we're back into the neutral zone.
Now here's a question for you. Who said that quote? Is it Wayne Gretzky or Michael Scott?
Who knows? But now they'll get back at it again up in front. Good clear, though, there by Granica. So now he'll be fighting along forward in the corner with Gaffney. The 1-T, though.
Oh, blocked in front. That hurt C.J. Brown. That hit him in the hand.
Well, got close there, but now going to have some 2-on-2 action in the corner, waiting for it now again. Going to see where else they can go. Cross ice doesn't quite follow
good area
through.
Pass.
So now a chance here. Ohio State to have it in center and to be waiting for it. Granica now with Buck. That seems to be their line going for him.
Good job there by Buck.
Really going to be getting in there and trying to force some momentum, but here they goes down low, and that's going to be off the pad and over the stick of Gaffney. So a good little break there for BGSU as now they'll have it up, trying to clear it here.
That's a head shot.
Well, that was quite the hit on C.J. Brown. He's back up, though. And so now Brown going to be the one to clear it.
That's going to be on net, too.
And that'll be on net on Russell. It looks like we're going to have some discussion here. Ref talking to both benches.
I think we just got called for too many men.
Yeah, I mean, that might be what they're discussing. I don't know if they'll go back to the booth and, look at our monitor, but really, I guess it could have been a close call on that line change, but I didn't see.
Oh, no. What is the whistle for?
Offside? Well, no, because anyways.
I don't know. I'm
anyways,
confused.
The show must go on.
He covered it.
Nolan Patton at center.
They're saying an early whistle.
Nolan Patton at center.
Ooh, Amos shot it off the face-off.
Yep.
It's Amos out there with his first career shift. Of course, we've had a couple Falcons score on their first shifts. Isaac Miller, the last one to do it. Johnny Jaros did it as well on their first career shifts. Well, see if Amos can join that list.
Well, we'll be back here again. 2 on, but a shot and goes right through. Not going to get anywhere, however. And now they wait for it down low. Looks like it was Bentley right there in the corner. As the TNT goes on. So 2 goals scored so far in this contest. The first one that broke the goose eggs was Ethan Bashara for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and then Mark Rudo to be able to get one a little bit out of the zone, but still got it. And now the Falcons will have it. Nolan Patton able to get that puck out and keeping the show moving to McLaughlin as it then goes over to that number 11.
Oh, what a hit. Nolan Patton.
He had it there, and now it looks like the Buckeyes going to get a quick ice from that and then going to try to beat it down. Looks like we had a bit of a foot race there.
Scholze beats him.
Scholze definitely using some of his speed there, so it's 15 v 25 for the Ohio State Buckeyes, who, when we got their starters from Instagram, we did not see on here. So maybe some more number changes like we had yesterday, but the show will roll.
Yeah. I know Mr. Patton's loving that hit from his son. He couldn't be here tonight. He's watching. Nice face-off win there. Bentley with a shot tipped in front by none other than Captain Rudo.
Well, and the extracurriculars to go a little bit more as well there with Higgins, but nothing too severe that we were able to see. So now we'll just take it on that left side and get back where we were from the get-go. That'll be Higgins now to line up, and he'll take it over on that left side, but Ohio State now going to have it and keeps it moving along as we'll wait. That looks like that's Novotny who ended up getting it. But now they'll take it again, and that's going to be intercepted. But again, Bentley had it, then brought it back. But a bit of a cherry pick there by Ohio State, avoiding the offside call. And then they'll take it. So now they're rolling a little bit in the corner.
Nice puck movement here by the Falcons, just getting it out.
Rudo able to force it into the neutral zone. Ohio State to backtrack a little bit. They'll do a quick pass, intercepted, though, by Rudo, and then it goes back. Bentley now moving it back over to Scholze. Looking to see where he can go, and it'll end up getting a bit of a deflection off Higgins. And so now they'll try to take it. 11:25 left in our first period, and that's off.
The ceiling, off of McMullen in the ceiling. Face-off should be right in front of the bench.
Now we'll see where it goes, but I believe you would be accurate in your statement. I mean, we saw yesterday a similar situation. They ended up putting it where it was shot. But I do believe, and yes, it will stand.
1 for 1.
1 for 1, Chip. Now let's take it back again. Mancino versus Higgins for the face-off, and now you go again. 11-17 and
Puck
counting
held in
to
here.
go.
Oh, good idea there by the Falcon McMullen. Looking for Rudo. This line's got some hop in their step now ever since that goal from Mark Rudo.
I mean, and who can blame him, really? You definitely needed to get that goal, and you needed to bounce back from it. And that is a great thing to see, get your first goal of the season. And who else than the New Jersey man himself, but moving it back along now. 11:07 and counting remains. And a bit of a hit there, but now across Bowling Green to look for it.
Hit his own man.
But Ohio State working the cherry pick. Mancino wide open. He's all alone.
There's going to be a penalty shot upcoming.
And we're going to have extracurriculars with that. Touched.
No, just a penalty shot.
Well, and he did touch Norkovicius, though. A little bit too late, I would say. And now, yeah, we will have.
Oh, it's just a penalty.
A penalty here. Looks like that'll be ruled on Austin McMullen, the man from Buffalo there. And so Bowling Green, for the second time this game, is going to be on the penalty kill.
Yeah, Ohio State 1 for 1 on the power play. Face off one there by the Falcons, and they get it out. Was up, Gobble. Okay, got again 2 freshmen on the ice. It's Gobble and Buck, Granica and Updike.
Well, we'll see what they can do here. 10:35 and counting left in your period. Ohio State riding the line. They get it right back into the zone. Going to go a little bit wide, but now they're moving it along. Going up high now. Sisti has the puck. He'll choose to pass it over, and so they move it right back along. Sisti on his stick tries to find it, but it'll end up going wide, and that one will go up into the net, and we are out of play. So let's get a move on here and back at it. Gobble at the center for your BGSU Falcons, but moving in, and that'll be off. Norkovicius, sounds like it hit his mask.
Yeah, it did.
And a good chance there to get a hold of that one, and here you go again. Turn down for what? Here we'll see. 1:24 left in this penalty kill for BGSU, really needing to clear it. Ohio State gets it back up deep again, waiting for it. That one to go down. And Sisti will end up getting the puck, so now they get it. Mancino, the next man to find it, as they will end up going and then moving it, and Ohio State choosing to roll around with the puck. Looks like that's Bashara, the man we've been seeing a lot in that number 5, his first season wearing that number. But that one ends up going back. Mancino with the high shot, ends up being a glove save there.
Nice stop there, Norkavicius.
And who else than Norkavicius to make that save? Ohio State now to get a bit of a change going, and Bowling Green might do the same. It looks like we got Hoover and Brown going out there as well.
Hoover looks like he's going to take the draw. Talking to his D-man on what they want to do. Looks like it's going to be a set play here. Hoover
and
wins
Buck,
it.
yeah, clearing it. Had Granica in front of Norkavicius and to be able to protect the zone, and then having Buck able there to get it moving. But now 44 seconds and counting left in that penalty kill, folks. So now Ohio State will have it in the neutral zone, taking it back again. Buck going to have to play some defense there, trying to force them wide, and then they will. 2 defensemen were behind the net. Now we have 1. Buck to cover, but ends up going. Now at the high slot, looks like Gaffney might try to take a shot in that one.
That one squeaked through the 5-hole of Norkavicius, but went wide.
Got close, but not quite close enough. Ohio State takes another shot, and a man back door just creeping there, trying to find some momentum for him, but not quite. So here they'll go again. Ohio State now moving that puck. They'll try to take it again. Looks like it hits something. Hoover to have it. 5 seconds remain in the penalty. Now more. Buck tries to have it. He ends up getting pinned against the board, but that will be the penalty killed. We are back at full strength, folks. So now it goes back along a little bit again. And so here they have it. Waiting for it a little bit more.
Job there by Buck.
Then Hoover trying to establish a bit of physicality, but Granica now able to get it into the neutral zone. Now we'll be going the other direction.
2-on-1 here.
With a 2-on-1 for Bowling Green, and just through the feet. Not able to make that one work for Kiesel. But now Ohio State has a bit of a rush going the other direction. They'll try to take it. They got 2. Looks like Bentley, though, going to be able to force them wide, and that one hits off the glass.
Actually, I think that went off of Norkavicius' helmet.
Well, you had 2 there. And now 1 in the zone, make that 3, and now the high shot all open and goes nowhere.
Now the Falcons have a 4-on-2 developing here.
Well, Scholze to Webb. Now going on the far side, Webb versus Gaffney. Seeing where he wants to go, looks like he gets far out and wide. And now Bentley to take that shot, and that goes off the pad of Russell. A little high. Kiesel tried to get it. Not quite able to, however. So now they'll move it along a little bit more. Goes up and goes through. And 7:38 left in our first period. Scholze now with that puck, able to keep it in. So now they wait a little bit more and gets it back out. Bentley now able to help him recover. So now the Falcons get a bit of a momentum going here for Ryan Feeler-Johnson, who's able to get that puck in.
Good job there by Seth Russell getting out. Oh! Conway steps up, gives the big hit.
For his first game of the season, way to establish the physicality, and Ohio State will be offsides by a mile there. You know, we saw it all the way from up here. That was just one of those things that was inevitable that we were going to see.
Yeah, I think with the big hit, everyone gets out of position. I was taking a look at Conway just in the right position, that caught the Ohio State Buckeye with his head down.
It really was perfect timing that he was able to have, but here you go, 7:13 left, and now we'll take it again. So a bit of a dump and chase action here, waiting for it. BGSU to have possession. Now it'll be in no man's land, waiting for it. Looks like Patton's able to get a piece of that one and ends up getting it in the neutral zone.
McLaughlin now power play up coming here for the Falcons.
McLaughlin now to have it, gets the pass over the other, and then through, and what a stop there by Seth Russell, but Bowling Green able to
the
move
extra
it.
Attacker,
And a blind pass there by Patton went through. Not quite what they expected, was intercepted by that number 21 looking here for Ohio State, and then they will end up having a penalty up ahead, and that will be called on Hunter Corna. And so now we will have a BGSU power play for the first time this game.
Yeah, number 1 unit out. I think it's a good shift there for the 4th line for the Falcons.
Well, get them some chances here and get them early. Any chance you can. Anthony Higgins to get that one back. It looks like Gobble got a piece of it, but not quite. So now 6:38 left, and we'll take it back again. Granica looking to go. He chooses Mark Rudo. Rudo back to Granica again. So now Rudo has some daylight, choosing where to move it. He'll go all up ahead and waiting. Look, and tries to get it through off the skate. And so now they'll take it. Rudo looks like he's kind of in that left winger position. Ends up going back. He'll be playing left defense, so he'll have to go through again and find it once more. Minute 27 left in that power play for BGSU, so needing to get it through. Looking to find it open. Granica going to be the intended target, but a little off, and takes a little bit of his time to get that back. But Bowling Green now.
Oh,
and
nice
a beautiful
move.
play. Goes for the shot and high left. Austin McMullen got close, but not close enough. So now the Ohio State Buckeyes down a man. Will get it in the dump. Gets him that much needed change that they need. So now Granica going to be the one to hold on to it and look a little bit more. Mancino, the only Buckeye in Bowling Green territory here. So now they'll get that one back. Looks like that's Higgins there with it up center. Loses possession. He'll get it back again, looking through. Chooses Rudo as his target. Rudo back to Granica. Granica now going to choose some momentum, and he'll get that in for the dump and chase. Rudo to change. Taking his place will be Andrew Updike. Uppy now, they're going to have to try to lay the boom, and he will. So now there you have it. McMullen going to hold on to that and waiting a little bit more. And so now on the left, that one goes through. BGSU going to have to avoid it. Too many men off that change, but now Granica has it. Tries a little deke. Is he able to hold back to it? And goes close.
Updike. The roommates weren't ready for that one.
Well, got close here. Ohio State now getting it moving. Bashara had the puck and then tries that Patrick Kane angle shot. Was the number 8 of John Sisti for the Buckeyes. So now we will be back at full strength. Going out on the ice will be the number 17 of Matthew Dabrowski for the Buckeyes. So now Hoover for your BGSU to have the puck. Chooses to go over now to Brown. Getting it through, tries to fight through traffic. The sea of red caught up to him. Ohio State now going to be moving. Bowling Green really on a 3-on-2 and offsides.
That did look offsides.
And a bit of a late shot there from what it sounded like, but Ohio State for the who knows at this point time again be ruled offside. Something that's more of a discipline thing you just really got to take care of.
Yeah, both the guys without the puck looked a half a step off from up here. Of course, we're sitting right on that blue line for us. A nice play there. Here comes Amos. The two BG guys out there with the Benedictine.
Well, now a 3-on-2 for the Buckeyes. Make that 4, going for the shot, and Norkavicius there with the save. Able to hold on to it and get a good one moving. JT Webb now in possession. Tries to get it going. Buck now going to use some of his legs. Tries to get it through. And so close. But now they goes back. A bit of a back check there. Webb able to get a good hit on it. And so now Bentley will be the man with the puck. And that'll be a high right in his neck. No call, however. Ohio State to get the shot from up high. Right the defensive shot of Nathan Novotny, the freshman. It just goes right into the chest of Norkavicius.
Yeah, I think the Falcons are doing a nice job boxing out here. You got to tilt that. Yeah, you saw that, right? Okay. Falcons doing a nice job boxing out in front.
Well, all you can ask for at this point really.
Nice block there, Patton.
Novotny tries the shot, Patton a block. Now with 3:33 left, and Buck to get another hit. And so now they'll try it. Just out of reach there for Amos, but now they'll go again. Gaffney now going to dump it in for the Buckeyes, and Bentley going to be the man with the puck. Seeing where he goes, he'll choose left. Amos not able to get a hold of it.
That's a smart play there by Amos. Knew he didn't have an option, so he just let it go. Bad step there, Bentley. Nice save, Norkavicius.
Well, probably the best option as well, but now there you go, and Patton to lay a bit of a hit there. And now Amos has it in his possession, goes to Webb, off his stick though, and they will rule the icing off. And so now Ohio State to get a bit of a momentum shift here, hopefully in their favor that they want. But that'll just go right through the feet of McMullen, and that will be back in the Buckeyes' hands. As now we go back for it again. Waiting a little bit here behind the net and moving it back along. McMullen lets that one pass as it rode the boards, but now trying to look up front. Bentley lays it down, trying to get a bit of it, and then the slapper and a goal.
Oh, what a shot. I don't think Norkovicius saw it.
Well, looks like from up here he was kind of getting screened a little bit, but that'll be the number 33 for Ohio State, who was not on their roster that we were given on Instagram and other social media, but nonetheless, give him his flowers. We'll find out who got that in a moment. But nonetheless, that'll be Ohio State's second goal. And that'll also, if I am not mistaken, be the third goal in this series that they have gotten within the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. It'll be Ohio State winning that draw. Taken away by Rudo.
Well, and taking it back for it here again, 2-11, now 2-10. Waiting for it. Tried to go up middle. Rudo just a bit behind it, but now here we'll go again. Moving that puck along. Sisti now going through a bit of a Statue of Liberty here. And that's right in front. And going to get it knocked. And Rudo looks like he'll get a bit of a jab there as the net will be ruled off. And close indeed. Ohio State is getting these chances early.
Yeah, I think the Falcons missed a man there in front. I'm watching the replay. They had a couple whacks at Norkovicius.
Well, and we'll take it back again. Goes through the feet of Rudo, a bit of a hook, but now here you go. As that one was close, McMullen had a piece of it and then not quite able to hold on, though, as Rudo will go down. But ends up recovering. He'll have the puck now. Waiting for it, seeing where he chooses to go. On his stick, waiting for somewhere. Now Conway to have it, gets the shot.
It's a cross-check in front. That'll draw a penalty.
Yeah, as Higgins goes down. And we'll see another
one. It's actually the cross-check on McMullen. You got to tilt up.
Yep, and that number 33 of Ohio State there. Looks like we'll see him go to the box again. Another power play.
Minute 29 to play in the period.
So that'll be the second power play for Bowling Green. They've had to kill the penalty twice already. So 4 total penalties already in this game.
Yeah, lot different refs up here in Northwest Ohio than Central Ohio, that's for sure.
Well, and we'll take it back again. Looks like it will have Hoover here to get the face off, and now here they go again. And we wait for it back again, but look at that. Bashara to use some speed, and a goal by Bashara makes it 3-1. The shorthanded goal for Ethan Bashara, his second of the night.
Caught everyone napping.
Well, it's not even more about napping. It's just about taking advantage of where you need to be, using that speed, and I'll tell you what, that speed can be killer, especially if you know how to use it. So now we'll have a 3-1 game with Higgins to line up here. And that goes back to Rudo, back to Granica now. Waiting for it a little bit more to see where they go. Rudo now with the puck. We'll take it in the neutral zone, cross ice now. Waiting for it as they move it along. Up and middle, Gobble not able to hold on. And that one waved off for the for the penalty kill by Ohio State. So Granica behind the net, less than a minute to go. Choosing to wait, and now he'll find some options here. As he'll try to move it. McMullen was the man that was his intended target, I believe.
It was tipped, so icing waved off.
Yep, and Gaffney going to be the one there, just a full ice clear as we now have less than 40 seconds to go. Bashara getting a little close there, not going to have it though. Granica now moving that puck along. He'll go now. On the right side, looking for options. Goes center. Oh. McMullen with the shot.
Quick shot there.
And a quick 1-2 there. Tries to keep it in the zone. McMullen is successful. Rudo now with the puck. On net, just a little wide and not quite able to connect. So now they wait for it a little bit now. 10 seconds remain in our period, folks, as now we'll take it back. And going through, needed something here quick. You can't dilly-dally with it. Bentley with the shot. Goes on net. And so
just
close.
Fumbled wide.
Anthony Higgins got so close there. All is well, though. He'll get it next time. 3-1 your score, folks, for the Ohio State Buckeyes here after one period. There will be 31 seconds left on the John Sisti penalty for the Ohio State Buckeyes, but we're going to step back here for a minute. I'll have the intermission report here with you live at the Slater Family Ice Arena. You are listening to BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And I'd like to welcome you all to the first intermission report here for the home opener for BGSU Club Hockey. Thank you for joining us all. I'm Dan Ridenour. So here we go. Ohio State to start off leads 3-1 over your BGSU Falcons. Quite a day up ahead. Mark Rudo, the man to get the first goal for your Falcons this season, got it just a bit on of a tip. An unfortunate bounce for Seth Russell, but tied it up at 1. Ohio State has gotten 2 unanswered since then for starters. So now and then Ethan Bashara, though, just in 1 period, able to get 2 goals. He got the first and the third. Ethan Bashara, it's really been his show so far, I would say, for the Ohio State Buckeyes overall, really needing to kind of find a way to be able to kind of zone him out, kind of ice him out, get what you need to do with him just to start. I mean, really, he's been the guy carrying, moving it along that, just finding out where you need to be and where you have to do to be able to stop him. And it's really been Bashar. He had quite the credentials for him as well. Back at the Columbus Mavericks, able to get 18 goals with them in his 21-22 debut. And then last season with the Ohio State Buckeyes, he was able to get 11 goals. He's got 2 alone tonight. He's got 2 for the season as well. So quite the day for the Clarence, New York man as well. So just kind of looking at him, and seeing what he's doing, what he's been up to. It's really been Ethan Bashar, the guy that we have to look out for overall. And, 11 goals last season with 9 assists is not something to sneeze at in any stretch of the imagination. And another one we got to look at is Robbie Sherman, the junior that went to Kent State last season, transferred, to Ohio State. Now here he is now playing on defense. Quite the day for him as well. Another notable defenseman that we're seeing a lot of is John Sisti and Nathan Novotny. Those are 2 that we're seeing a lot, that we've seen, in these 2 games that we've played so far, in the last of the home and home here tonight. So going to have to take that into account and figure out what you're doing on your side there. And also, we've seen a lot of penalties. 4 already total in just 1 period, 2 for Bowling Green and 2 for Ohio State. JT Webb started it off with a cross check, and then we saw some more. Austin McMullen got pressed into the box, but now it's John Sisti who is in the box for the Ohio State Buckeyes. 31 seconds remain on his penalty, so we'll have to see, what it'll be like right out of the gate when they go. And right even when the penalty started, Bashara wasted absolutely no time and got it right back through him. We saw a lot from him on that. So really just up ahead, a lot to look forward to here. Bowling Green down 2, not the end of the world. Going to be able to notch this one back just in a little bit. Looking forward to seeing him as well. But Bowling Green really has the pieces so far. Andrew Updike's been contributing. Bracken Buck wasting no time getting into the swing of things. Andrew Updike, as well as we were talking about, his 3rd year here at Bowling Green. So we've seen him around the bend a little bit as well. But a man that we're seeing in net tonight, Mitchell Norkovicius, coming in for his 2 years at Bowling Green, and now he had an 8.60 save percentage last season. Seeing a bit of an unfortunate turn for him so far, but really, he's been able to step up and get the chances that he needs to get and really just try to be that deciding factor for Bowling Green. And even if things, aren't going your way and everything you intended, if you're still able to have that and keep it moving along from, beyond the play, beyond where you have it now, it's really just going to be up in the wayside for him, and just a lot to look forward to and a lot of anticipation that you have as well. And Seth Russell coming in as well, the sophomore, getting his first collegiate start here tonight, so a lot to look forward to with him. We'll just have to see where all this takes us. At the end of the day, a lot to look forward to and a lot that we're going to be seeing here tonight. And Bowling Green just needs to step up. We're going to see a second period. We're going to see where they have to go. Seemed like improved first period than last time. Appeared to be more shots on net, certainly, so really needed to take that into account as well when we're evaluating how the first period went overall. So going to have to take it from there. Going to have to take it from where Ohio State is, where you want to be. The last time they came to the Slater, it was an 8-1 victory for the Buckeyes. So overall, just going to need to process this. You talked about what you needed before the game. You talked about what you need. It's going to be all the time we have. We're going to take a little break here, and we'll get back to it before we start the second period. Thank you for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night. You are watching BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And we're buddy to the second period here at the Slater Field.
Drop frames. Hold on. We're back.
Okay, Norkovicius in net again. Here we go. That number 1, it looks like, of Seth Russell to be between the pipes for the Scarlet and Gray, but here you go again. The show must go on, so now we'll be back at it again. Waiting to line it up and waiting to get it going. Looks like we'll have Anthony Higgins for the Orange and Brown. So now moving it, Granica now with the puck, gets it right on back. Choosing to move it to Rudo, who has it at center, and now Higgins going to be get a piece of it again. But the Buckeyes to have a bit of the rush. Their own interrupted, though, just for a brief moment. And then back and forward again. McMullen now with the puck. Looking to pass, chooses to have it. Just goes up to Rudo. Mark with all options, goes back down. Rudo with the puck again. The shot on net. First one of the period goes just and off the block, off the pad. And so now here we go again. Rudo going to get a slapper on, and that's into the chest. As two Falcons fall down.
Fall down. It's like they tackled each other.
Well, you know, it kind of looks like that, but...
Tilt up, tilt up. See how you're tilted
there's
down?
There's just a really...
The stands tilt up a little
just
bit.
Just a combo of Falcons there that
Remember, there's this score thing
that we observed. But now we're back at it again. 19-17 left in the period. Looks like Ohio State
Hoover's
will win
hooked
that
down.
face-off. Yeah, Hoover to go down, give a piece of his mind there, but now Bentley to have the puck, and he'll wait back for it again. Owen Bentley has it, and then to Hoover again, and now Ohio State picks it up again in the neutral zone. That's Mancino, who's able to get a little dump and chase action as we have a bit of a hit there by Hoover, who tries to go back in, and some more extracurricular there. I think that was inadvertent by Hoover. Tries to get the hit on him, kind of hard to do. As a whistle's blown, and I will say too, just for a bit of a reminder, that penalty will be killed by Ohio State.
And Hoover to head to the box. Dumb penalty.
Well, I mean,
real dumb penalty for Ryan Hoover.
Well, that'll be the 5th penalty tonight, and just kind of the thing that we see. Not sure exactly, you know, what was going on, what he's thinking, but yeah, now the Falcons for the 3rd time today will be forced into a penalty kill here. JT was the one that started off, but now here you go. 5-on-4 action in your own zone. Going to have to try to clear it here and waiting a little bit longer. But now Gaffney to have that puck for the Ohio State Buckeyes will wait back a little bit longer. And that one to go down and through. Scholze going to be the Falcon there chasing for it. Now waiting a little long again. Ohio State to have it. Now we keep it moving. Looks like Bentley was fighting for it in that corner there. Still waiting as that one will go high.
Oh, a Buckeyes down.
Yeah, moving that along.
Tried to...
Well, taking a look at it, but anyways, here we go. Ohio State now, Gaffney at there and tries for it, and then over and across, and that's a wide open net, and they'll connect. Ohio State, the power play makes it a 4-1 game here.
Not, I hate to say it, that's all on Ryan Hoover. That's Hoover's fault, took a dumb penalty. He's got to stay out of the box.
Well,
I'm going to agree with Chad on this one.
Well, I mean, it's definitely part of, you know, Hoover just kind of started that, and then a bit of backdoor too. Ohio State taking advantage of that. And now here we are, down 3. Looks like we'll have C.J. Brown lining up for it for your BGSU Falcons against Sam Gaffney. But now here they go back again. Ohio State able to get it through and going to be fighting for it now along. Liam Conway going to be the first Falcon to get a hold of it there and ends up losing it as it goes up to the defense. Ohio State to get a wide shot on net. Not able to really go through, and they'll move it back along again. And now Bowling Green, though, able to get a good one. Caleb Kiesel was the Falcon that was able to get that into the corner. And now we have it a little pressed now as Ohio State gets some decent momentum. They're moving it up. Not going to choose not to pinch there will be BGSU and Gaeta, but now they move it and try to get it across, and no. The shot there by Sisti doesn't work. Well, and there you have it. Looks like we have some more discussion here. But now here you go. Lining up, and the lines will change. Tanner Amos and JT Webb both out there with Liam Conway. And then for your defense, Looks like we'll have, I believe Carter Gaeta might be out there.
Carter Gaeta.
But nonetheless, Ohio State going to be the ones to hold on to it. And they'll take it away again here. And so now here they go in the neutral zone. The Buckeyes needing all the time in the world. And then right in front, but a stop by Norkavicius. Amos gets hooked almost a little there. Ohio State choosing to take it back high. Jacques going to have it, that number 22. But anyways, it will move to the other side where Sherman now has possession. Sherman takes it on back. Looking for it a little bit more, and a tip just goes wide by the Buckeyes. So now they'll move it along again. Keeping it moving. Sherman all the way down in that corner on the left side there. Not sure how he got there, but nonetheless, JT Webb able to almost get a hold of it there. And now Gaeta choosing to go across to Conway. So Liam Conway now going to get that over.
Where is he throwing that puck to?
I'm not sure, but now nonetheless, they'll keep it moving. Amos almost gets a piece of it there, but not quite. So now moving it along. Wilk to have the puck for the Ohio State Buckeyes. But no, they'll get another shot as Webb gets a bit of a hit there. And a line change for the Falcons, as we'll see that line that we have seen of McMullen, Rudo, and Higgins.
Not the start of the period the Falcons wanted.
Well, true, but it's the start you'll get, so we'll be right back for it again. Buck in that corner with Higgins as well to keep it moving. Still seeing where they can go from here. We'll take another look at it. Waiting it on down. Buck able to hold on to it. Goes to Rudo. Rudo over and across. Buck now in the center. Waiting to find where he goes. He chooses to go right.
How is that a penalty? How is that a penalty? You got to be taking both of them. From behind the play, they're going to get Higgins.
They're
going to...
Well, just describe what happened in order for this to go on, Chip.
That is an awful call.
Well,
just because the Buckeye fell down, they were both tangled up and holding on to each other.
So from what it sounds like, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony Higgins gets into a bit of a collision behind the play. Bracken Buck trying to get some momentum going on that right side. Almost got a shot off as well, and the whistle's blown. And it will cost BGSU, as now Anthony Higgins will get taken to the box. Bowling Green on the penalty kill again. But they'll take it. Face-off one over to Sisti. And the Ohio State gets it almost on, and that was close. Rudo going to have to clear it. It's kept in, however, by Ohio State, so now they'll wait and going through. Buck going to fight for it and almost gets a piece of that. Looks like Rudo's just going to choose to clear it, and that'll go cross ice as Russell leaves his crease. As Rudo's trying to try to go across, but now anyways, Ohio State will still have it. Dabrowski was able to have it, and now he ends up getting the pass on over. Mancino moving on that side. Seeing where he's choosing to go. It's Mancino versus Buck, and another call to go against the Buckeyes here as we'll have a whistle. Looks like it was an offside. Well, so we're 5 minutes in. You know, Chip, we've talked about these first 5 minutes a lot these past couple days, and not exactly the start they wanted.
Yeah, no. Just blatantly no. 2 penalties already in the period for the Falcons.
Well, and Ohio State takes it back again. Had to avoid it. Now Bashara with the puck. Seeing if he'll pass, he goes right through. And there you'll have it. Dabrowski now with the puck for the Ohio State Buckeyes. Back to Mancino again. Going to choose to take his time here. Look for a play to develop. Gets it right back on the dump to Bashara. Bashara going to use a little elusiveness there, trying to get it over. Now Siski, back to Bashara again. Bashara gets it in front, and it looks like it hits off a couple Falcons there and will not get on the net, but Sisti gets a pass over. Mancino on the corner will miss it as well. And so now the puck behind
No one saw where it was. As we clearly saw it on camera, you could see it sitting in the corner. Everyone's staring at the net.
Well, Patton looking for it, couldn't find it, but now Ohio State will take it back into their own zone, and now Bashara moving it along. Finding where he can go. Gaffney a possible target, but Bashara goes to the corner as Norvatny to fall down. Now back to Mancino. He'll get it in front. And a big hit there for the BGSU Falcons. But now on a 1T action there, not quite going to work out. That was Dabrowski to attempt, but now Gaffney has it, and he'll look, and Mancino with the goal. The one-timer there by the number 10 for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and Mateo Mancino, the sophomore, makes it a 5-1 contest.
I think the name of the game is you have to stay out of the box, plain and simple. 3 power play goals for the Buckeyes. It's a 2-1 game.
Well, and that's disciplined hockey right there. And I mean, we did not catch it on camera. Kind of difficult to tell what actually happened with that Higgins incident, but still, you are 100% right, Chip. You got to play disciplined hockey as we are back at it again. So now here you go, looking a little along. Brown wasting no time, no, to lay a hit there. And so now we're back at it again. Bowling Green with the puck. Just going to choose to get a bit of a dump there. And so now Kiesel was the one who ended up getting that, but now Ohio State moving it along on the other corner. So now they going cross ice. Conway to break it up, however, able to get that out of the, or try to get it out of the zone at least. And now Brown gets
2-on-1.
2-on-1 action here. Bowling Green to connect, and no, they won't. The block there by Novotny.
That's from
behind.
behind.
Be behind. And that was 100% behind. Kiesel there going to be feeling that one. And an unfortunate situation ahead as well, as Ohio State will go to the box, and we will have a power play again for the BGSU Falcons for the 3rd time today.
Tilt up, yeah, you saw it.
Well, we've seen a lot today so far, but we'll have to get back into it again. 12:58 and count, or 12:58 left. That'll be Higgins there to take the draw, right in the feet of Gobble there, as it moved around a little bit. Gobble going to move it back in, but Sisti will prevail for Ohio State. Gets the puck, a little wraparound, kept into the zone by Granica, as Rudo with the one-timer, and so
Russell.
close. Seth Russell
Nice
able to get in his
save by
glove.
Russell. Of course, his family probably in attendance.
Well, Seth Russell able to get a good glove on that one there. Ends up getting it back, and here you'll go again. And so now 12:38 left, and here we go, Gobble to have it, but ends up going up to Rudo. Finding where he can take that puck from here, not sure, but ends up Higgins to prevail. Higgins looking for it, cross ice, and so close.
McMullen's got to hit the net.
Well, McMullen had a bit of a rough angle, but I mean, that's what you have. But here you go. Granico with the shot blocked by Ohio State, and then they keep it moving. And Rudo, McMullen now whiffs the shot, so close, yet so far at the same time. And going back, Granica to Rudo, looking where he can find it in a high shot.
Good save there by Russell. Good keep, McMullen.
McMullen there really looking for it. Gobble to step on in. Granica now with the puck. Keeps it in the zone. Chooses to go right. Just kept it on the ice and was close. But now Rudo going to fight to keep it in the zone. And a high one there by Higgins. But that'll be cleared, and Ohio State, no harm, no foul on that one. Bowling Green to reset. Granica with the long pass. Hoover now has it in possession, waiting for it. As Kiesel stayed onside somehow, but Bowling Green, Hoover has the puck, waiting for it again, going to be keeping it moving in that corner. They have to use his body here to see where he wants to go. Hoover now with it. Going over to Higgins. Higgins just tried to cross right into the crease to Kiesel, but he was tied up, so now they fight for it again. And then Higgins with another hit there, laying the body on some Buckeyes here, but now here you go. Waiting for it back again. 11 minutes and counting as the pass
got to
is
make a better
intercepted.
pass.
Scholze's there, pass intercepted by Tyler Gaffney, but now they'll wait for it again, and the penalty is over. We're back at full strength here, folks. Hoover going to be chasing that one deep in Ohio State territory, so now they'll wait for it a little bit longer. Kiesel on it. Hoover gets a stick on it. Ohio State to prevail, and they will end up having it here. And so now here you go. Hoover now with it, tries to get it, and the net is off. And that will be a result of immediate whistle as Hoover is knocked down. It doesn't look too happy about that.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good chance. Good power play, I think, for the Falcons. Got some good chances. Taking a look at the replay. Hoover tried to one-hand tuck it looks like.
It kind of got a little bit close, but just kind of got knocked down near the end of it. But here you go again, Hoover there at that center. And he'll end up trying to get it. A bit of a hold there by the Ohio State Buckeyes. That'll get taken forced into the corner. A big hit there on Gata. And Gata is down, but looks like he's getting up. And so now you'll have it again. Back in Ohio State's possession as they wait for it here. 10:05 and counting left. But now they'll move it along. Looks like that's Updike with the puck. He'll take a shot. Goal! Andrew Updike with the goal. 5-2 Bowling Green.
Yeah, Andrew Updike known for going on that side of the ice, getting a short side shot. He went 5-hole this time. Get the Falcons some life here.
Well, you know, you got to do it for two people. You got to do it for team. You got to do it for Ezekiel, making him proud there. 9:59 is left here.
Yeah, oh man. Do it for Ezekiel. I love it. For those who don't know, Ezekiel is Andrew Updike's pet fish.
Well, and here you go, Patton now with the puck. Taking that one on back, and here they'll move it along. A bit of a neutral zone scruffle for it. I'm going to be waiting along as well. Looks like, yeah, that's just going to be blown dead by the lack of movement almost with the puck. Looks like we see Nolan Patton was in there. Granica getting a piece of it as well. Hunter Corna for the Ohio State Buckeyes as well. And just kind of had a bit of stagnation, so we'll take a drop here.
It'll be Patton, fourth line out.
As the whistle's blown, they're going to rule the wingers to back up. No, that's important there. And so now they'll wait for it again. And the try, Patton to try to get it into the zone. But it's picked up by Ohio State. They're taking it on the left side now, and we'll keep it waiting. Ohio State tries to go cross ice, does not work. Patton to be the one to intercept it.
3-on-2.
As Patton is moving it along, using some speed there, but it ends up getting knocked into his feet as McLaughlin with the one to attempt the pass, as now Sisti has the puck for Ohio State.
I like this fourth line, the energy they have. Oh, nice move, Granica. Oh. Ooh.
Well, he'll inevitably just get knocked there. That was a big hit, but now they'll take it back again. Jacob Bedard will be the one to lay that for Ohio State, but now they'll keep it moving. With 8:54 and a bit of a back hit there by Patton. No call, however. Got away with it now. McLaughlin waiting, and that's just going to be knocked by the Buckeyes as Jacques was having it. And then Webb gets taken down just a little bit. Ohio State moving it along, and yeah, they'll call a slash there. Inevitable. We saw that coming from an aisle away. Ronan McLaughlin to get 2 minutes for slashing right on that one with 8:34 left in the second period.
I don't think... I'm going to take a look at that replay. I don't think that was a slash. I think it was just a tie-up. But...
Well, he just took a knock at it. Yeah, and they'll rule a slash. He took kind of a bit of a knock at it. I mean, it could go either way, though, Chip, because, you know, I've played in games where the slash, like it could be a blatant slash where it puts dents into my stick. They don't call anything, but, you know, a light tap there by McLaughlin. You can't have that no matter what. Sisti now with the puck, taking it across. Mancino has an opportunity. He'll try to find the one-timer for Bashara as Bowling Green will clear it. Gets past the hand of Sisti. Rudo now using some speed to try to get it through. They're going to force a bit of a back check, but he'll get it there in time. Mancino on the far side for the Buckeyes will have the puck. And that goes to Sisti. That was the intended target. But now Higgins turning on the wheels against Bashar to try to get into the corner there. And so we'll see what he does in another one to fight for it. And that ends up going the other direction. 7:56 and counting left. Seeing where the Buckeyes can go. Mancino to Bashara, waiting for it again as that one cross ice is not able to work for Ohio State. So now Bashara will go to Mancino, just a tad notch off his stick here. He'll try to go left on a deke. Ends up going to no man's land, and now it's in Rudo as we had some 10-on-10 action there with Rudo and Mancino. But off the stick again of Bashara, just not being able to catch these passes. But now that goes in Mancino
Oh,
right
what
in
a
front of the
save.
net.
I think
Stop.
Norkovicius got a leg on it.
Norkovicius there with the save. 7:20 now and counting left, so we'll wait for it. Bashara now with the puck. Bentley was the man playing some defense there and needing it. But Mancino finds Bashara on the far side, waiting for it again here. Not going to keep it moving, however. He goes up high. Gaffney now with the puck for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And so now Bashara with the shot. Well, Norkovicius is screened, and that one is cleared to the neutral zone. So 6:54 and counting left, folks. And Mancino with the puck for Ohio State. As that one gets back through, going to have to try to get back in time and recover. And they'll get a weight on it, and that one to be cleared by Owen Bentley with 3 seconds left in the penalty. And so now they'll wait for it again here. Keeping that puck moving, a Buckeye to fall down, now going the other direction. Looks like we have some back check needed, but Gaffney not able to hold on to that one. And that one goes in the neutral zone. They'll roll it off. Ohio State forced to retreat, and a much-needed break for the Falcons.
Yeah, delayed offside. Let's see if they can get this tape-to-tape pass. They can't, or if they do, but we can't catch it. It was RFJ, Ryan Feeler-Johnson.
Yeah, the freshman there just had it off his stick. Ohio State's been having the same issues, but
they call an icing here.
The linesman to get his arm up, and that will be an ice with around 6 minutes left in our second period, folks. So a lot to look that we've seen so far today. Bashara is getting close on some chances. He already has 2 goals so far for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and so looking as well for what else they have. Now Bowling Green with the hopeful chances. They are in the offensive zone, but Ohio State will end up winning it, and they'll take it on back. A little DC action there by the number 9 and Nick Borholzer for Ohio State as he'll end up getting that pass on. And a bit of a check there in the corner, but now we're back moving again. Feeler-Johnson trying to fight for it, doesn't come up with it. Brown almost got a piece of it as well at center. And so now Bowling Green just needing to get a hold of it here and getting so close, yet they're just so far at the same time. And so now they'll take a jab at it.
Kiesel, what are we doing? One hand on the stick.
Well, he got close. McConway there ends up coughing it up. Ohio State with the chance, not quite.
Hit the bar.
But got close. Berhalter again with that puck trying for it. And now Kiesel moving around center. Gets past the red line. Looks like we'll have some changes here. Buck being forced to retreat off the change.
It's going to be an icing.
And they'll rule it an icing. Narrowly avoided. Looks like it could have gone through Buck. The whistle's blown. And the ref to put his arm up, just, I guess, kind of signaling you can't change. I mean, we saw a lot of that yesterday, didn't we,
It was
Chip?
an icing. You can't change on an icing in college.
I'm still getting used to that one, I guess, but, we saw that yesterday as well. Here you go. Bowling Green technically will win it, but Ohio State was able to pounce on it quick. Hoover with it behind the net, going to try to get it in front and not quite. And Ohio State now a bit of a 2-on-2. The back check here moving as well. The shot on net just goes high for the Buckeyes. Alex Fulfaro, they're attempting it and not quite. But now they'll keep it going. Mark Rudo now, or excuse me, not Updike. I think that's my first name error so far today, but here you go. Updike almost had it.
And then
Buck to fall down,
an
which is a costly error. But they'll rule an icing. I guess the pass was quite just on the other side of the blue line by technicality, so they will rule it an ice, which is a much-needed break for BGSU. Yeah.
Dan, you're doing a nice job.
Thank you. Thank you.
4th line out.
Going to be bunching up a little
boys
bit.
With Patton.
Bunching up a little too, but that one to go high to Bentley, able to keep it in by the skin of his teeth. And now Nolan Patton with the puck, going to try to hold on to it. And he'll look for it again.
Oh, that shot had eyes.
It did have eyes indeed. And Scholze gets it back with the shot high and takes out Amos in the process. I don't think that was his intention, but Ohio State with a bit of a momentum. And the reverse hit is deadly. Ohio State to practice it on that one.
Scholze didn't like it.
Well, can you blame him? Anyway, back moving it along again. Ohio State pass intercepted by Nolan Patton, so he'll keep it moving along. And now taking it down into that corner, Ohio State getting pressured by JT Webb for BGSU, and now moving it along again. 3:30 and counting
Good hit
left.
there by Amos.
Amos gets the hit, but needing a little bit more, and Bentley there to get the puck knocked away as Patton moves the other direction, has one on him, and gets taken down as that one's dumped, however.
Full 5 change.
Well, we'll see some changes here for the orange and brown, and now some from the scarlet and gray, as that is deep in Ohio State, or excuse me, deep in Bowling Green territory, looking to go into Ohio State territory. So now here you go again, waiting for it. A bit of a hold there on Higgins, but not quite going to be called. So now here you go again. 2:55 and counting left. Cross right to the middle. Now Ohio State with Corna, looking for where he can go, right down on Norkavicius, and that will be a save. A low shot by Corna there for Ohio State. The junior not quite able to get it with some junior-on-junior action.
Yeah, I think the Falcon top liner is going to have to get another goal here before the end of the period.
And so here they'll take it again, waiting for it along now. Finding it a bit of a corner wide open, the shot wide and high by Badar for Ohio State, but now in the second period now, waiting for it a little bit now. Gata.
Oh, nice. That's knowing your own rink here.
Well, Rudo gets it
that's
across
a trip.
and a trip into the net. Wow.
Is this a penalty shot?
And, you know, they had the momentum going right there to get it back in. The cross there almost had it, and he ended up going right in to none other than Seth Russell. We might hopefully.
No penalty shot.
Well, I was hoping we'd see it, but we will see a penalty on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Looks like that number 22 there of Andrew Jacques, the senior. Ironically from Michigan, playing for Ohio State, but you know, you love to see it if you are a scarlet and gray fan. But they'll just have to get the crease kind of readjusted here. I guess his padding into a skate, you know, getting that tie kind of goes loose on a couple of moments. But here we go again, and you know, Chip, we've seen that quite a few times too, where the net kind of comes off its peg, especially on that side.
I mean, it's hockey. Goalies like to push it off, give their guys a breather, especially with the weak pegs that they have here at the Slater Family Ice Arena.
Yeah, we've seen it multiple times, trying to catch their breath here. Obviously, this is a goaltender's world. We're just living in it.
Notre Dame lost. Wow.
Wow.
0-2.
Not quite what you want to see, but now Mancino moving it along. Gets a bit of a knock there by Rudo, forces him to retreat. And now Ohio State in their territory tries the cross, and they will get it there. And since they're on the penalty kill, there will be no icing, but looks like they're able to steal it with some 17-on-17 action behind the net. But Rudo with the long pass over to Higgins. Mancino fighting for it with the Buckeyes, and now they'll take it again. And some more extracurriculars, but now Rudo on a 1-on-2 with the shot, and that will go past Russell. Just got a piece of it there. Is not quite able to go through, but now Bowling Green to move the puck a little bit.
Granica just fumbled it right into the...
And now Mancino with the breakaway, looking for it, and
that's going to be a penalty shot.
Yeah, that'll be a penalty shot.
Should be a penalty shot, yep.
Mateo Mancino with a penalty shot here. My, oh my, let's take a look. I mean, wow, that was something to process for the sophomore. I mean, a lot just happened there. And you mean, taking a look at that, Mancino now going to have a chance here that he may have not really expected, but really, Mateo Mancino now, the man from Westfield, New Jersey, going to need to get something. He had 12 goals last season with Ohio State, and then 12 as well with the New Jersey Colonels, 18U AAA team. And here he goes at the Slater. And a block by Norvicius. Woo!
Norkavicius comes up big there on the penalty shot save.
Well, and a good one, and now we'll kind of regroup here. Bowling Green still on the power play with 1:12 left in that said power play, where we have Andrew Jacques in the box for Ohio State. And we'll get back to it here, keeping it moving. The crowd seemed pretty thrilled that was a good save there by Norkavicius.
Yeah, I think he tried the Mancino tried to go 5-hole. Wasn't able to get it to work, but we'll see.
Well, looks like we might have some pad trouble here for Russell. I mean, you can kind of tell the difference on whether it's a pad or whether or not it's a the peg, but it looks like, yeah, it's definitely just grasping his pad. Maybe the strap's not going on just right or whatnot, but really just, I mean, I guess too, Hoover's line's out there right now, so we're going to have Ryan.
Second power play.
Yep, Ryan Hoover, C.J. Brown to be out there as well.
Updike, Schulze.
Caleb Kiesel, I believe I see out there, and I sure do.
Yep.
So Kiesel going to need to paint on the easel here, I guess the ice, try to get a goal. So now Gaffney going to get the puck for the Ohio State Buckeyes and keeping it moving. Brown now getting a bit of a rush. He'll go up center. He cuts for it. A nice move and another nice move as that's
Hoover's
in the corner.
done back door by himself.
Well, Schulze
saw
pitching heavily. Updike up high, trying for a second.
Schulze
rebound scores! His first as a Falcon. How about that? From Westerville to Pittsburgh to Bowling Green, Schulze makes it a 5-3 game here for BGSU. It paid off for sure. We saw a defenseman pitching heavily over in that corner, able to get across to the left side.
And that's a power play goal for the Falcons.
Well, the pinch paid off there for sure. I'll tell you what.
I knew when I saw that second power play unit working in practice, goal after goal after goal, they just kept scoring.
Well, now it's only a 2-goal game from here. 6 more goals scored today than yesterday, but now we're moving it around. Sisti going to get that pass up for Ohio State as they keep it moving along. Brown with the puck now. Gets a dump. That one was close to hitting the bench, it looked like. But now here they go. Waiting now on the far side. Bentley there, but Ohio State narrowly avoids getting off sides. So now with almost less than a minute left, we'll see it in Schulze there to get a hit, and now they'll take it on, but wide open.
That would have totally been a penalty. Schulze knew it.
Well, no call. Waiting for it back again here. Schulze has possession of it, goes around. And then we end up seeing Bentley there trying to get it out as well with multiple. Brown was the last one to hold possession of it with Ryan Feeler-Johnson, as that one will be an ice for BGSU and put us to a stop here with 32.9 remaining in the period. Well, I'll tell you what, Chip, this one seems a lot more attainable now than we saw earlier. Only a 2-goal game now.
Yeah, back to 2-goal deficit here. Hey, it's a new game. It's 3 penalty. It's game of the special teams here. Power play goal for the Falcons, 3 for the Buckeyes.
Well, and we'll see what they can do now on from here. With 32 left, Bentley and Schulze fighting for it behind the net. Mancino, the Buckeye there, to try to cover for it. And now here they go in a bit, taken down, and
that's another one. How are they not going to call that?
And nothing is called as Norka Vicious gets the save, but C.J. Brown treated a little unfairly by Ohio State, as he'll end up having to go off the ice because of that. Looking a little banged up, going to have to take a look at that. But here we go now on the far side, waiting for it here. 18.6 seconds remaining here, folks, so let's take the time. Mancino wins it back for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and a bit of a 1-T there. Trying to go in through it now, around 10 seconds remain. Ohio State moving around that puck, going to need it. And Dabrowski looks like another one to touch, and that one's high and out. Looks like around where our season tickets are at for BGSU hockey, but 5 seconds left. Right around in Section D, row 1. But now we'll have to take another one. Looks like we'll have Anthony Higgins facing off against Matteo Mancino. 5 seconds remain. Goes back for Ohio State, going to try to get
block
something.
There by Higgins.
And that'll be it, as Rudo gets a little tap there by Mancino, but just like that, it's a 2-goal game, folks. We'll have a lot to talk about for sure during our second intermission report. We're going to be right back with that in a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And we welcome you all to the second intermission report here. I'm Dan Ridenour, and we are at the Slater Family Ice Arena where Bowling Green was able to get it back into reason. And so here we are now, 6:25 roughly till we will start the third and final period of regulation here. And so let's just take kind of an observation, on what you need to actually happen and what needs to get done, and what we've seen. And quite the day, honestly, that we need. I mean, everybody's talking about it in the chat. It is a lot of those stupid penalties. They need to be more disciplined. You need to get back into it. And if you can have some discipline and you can have some momentum going, the sky's the limit for Bowling Green so far. So we need to see a lot of that as well for this intermission and just kind of observe, what you're doing. I mean, but two big goals. I mean, Schulze was able to get one. Updike was able to get one. And so we saw the momentum for Bowling Green here in this period. It was just a really rough start overall. That start, it was that really rough start that we had in those first few minutes and a lot of undisciplined play. I mean, we've seen a lot of penalties so far by Bowling Green. I mean, starting out with JT and then over to Austin and, Anthony Higgins. And it's just a lot going on overall as well. And Ohio State, respectively, has had a pretty good day as well. I mean, Mateo Mancino's been doing pretty well. And, we talked about him a lot. Ethan Bashara in the previous period did a lot of work as well. So we're going to get that figured out behind. Oh, nope. Looks like we're actually back on and should be doing well. So we'll get it back at you and get it back and rolling. So let's take a look at that as well. Again, just staying out of the penalty box, staying out is really going to be the contributor here to Bowling Green's success. If they can keep that offensive momentum that we saw a lot of in that first period and then rolling along into the second period, if we see more of that, that's going to be a big key. If you can get that second period momentum that you had, move it into the third and stay disciplined. I repeat, you got to stay disciplined. That's the number one thing you got to do right now is just stay out of that box and you got to keep your head under control. You got to keep control under that pressure. You got to get those shots on net. Seth Russell in his collegiate debut has been looking pretty well so far. I will say so myself. So he's going to be in net still for the Ohio State Buckeyes, and then formerly he was the Findlay Trojans goaltender. So around the area, a lot of guys here in the lineup tonight that we've seen have Northwest Ohio ties. I mean, 2 overall in the Bowling Green roster in Tanner Amos and JT Webb as well. And then we see, Seth Russell from Findlay. So there are some more. And let's not forget either, Brecken Buck went to St. John's about up the road on Airport Highway. So a lot of work for him as well. So now we're going to keep him going. We're going to try to get this momentum going and just hopefully if you can stay out of the box and you can stay cool with your offense, can lot going up ahead in the second, going into the third period. And so we're going to get this energy going. We're going to keep it moving forward. And we're going to take a quick little breather here with around 2:30 left till the third period. We'll be right back. This is BGSU Club Hockey on YouTube. And welcome back, everybody. After the short break, I am here with none other than goaltender himself, Riley Martin, for a bit of an interview / just enjoy the show. How you doing today, Riley?
I'm doing very well. I like the Falcons, how we're playing. We're coming back, and I think we got it in us tonight, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, they really do. It's only a 2-goal game right now. Only 2 were scored last night against when we were back at Chiller.
And I really think we have it in us tonight. I mean, we have the energy. We have the momentum right now, and I like how we're looking, Dan.
Well, momentum, is obviously a big thing, especially in the sport of hockey, that you have to consider and kind of, observe almost, and you see where, you're coming from, and you got to accept when you're doing good on things, but you also got to accept when things might not be exactly going your way. So have you seen a lot of that tonight, Riley?
I have, Dan. I would totally agree with you with that.
I mean, it's great overall, but obviously, you had quite a game yesterday, and let's get a bit of just kind of discussion with you. Like, I'd love to know, what was going through your head, through yesterday's game, through the trip there back. What was kind of your experience with it?
You know what, Dan? To be totally honest with you, they were playing some good music. Stone problems. didn't get to finish that one, but you know, this one we did, so I'm really happy with that.
Well, and we're definitely happy for you, Riley, to have you back. And, you know, you played out of your mind yesterday, and it was great to see you with that. And also one thing I'd like to hear the chat's opinion on this too. For the intermission reports, we'd love to come up with a cool name for any concepts you have, any ideas. So if you'd feel free, you can reach out to us and either the chat of games if you'd like to let us know what we think our intermission special should be. And you can reach me at dridenourandbroadcasting@gmail.com. So that's going to be all the time I believe we have. I mean, killing a little bit of time and energy, though. We'll keep it going, Riley. As we move on to the third and final period, do you have any final thoughts?
My final thoughts here, I think we need to get pucks on net here. Goalie hasn't been very strong for me, Dan. And I think if we keep getting pucks on net, we get bodies to the net, I think we can see something good here, and I think we can come back very easily.
Well, and we're gonna intervene, I guess, here for a quick second, get a quick minute, and don't go anywhere, though, because the third period is up ahead. This is BGSU. Oh, and looks like Martin's going to be joining us. Riley Martin is going to be joining us for the rest of the broadcast, and here we go. Set the clock now, getting it moving. 20 minutes.
Just like that. Start. Stop. There you go.
And
I see Jacob Dubendorfer in the chat. We'd love to see him. We'd love to see his name.
Yep,
Miss playing with him. Great guy, Dan.
He is a great guy. You know, we've talked with him a lot. And so we're going to get this one started, though, here. And the faceoff drops, and now back for it again. Ohio State going to need some momentum here, and they'll take it moving along. So here we go right at it. But Mark Rudo going to get some recovery there, and now here you go for
McMullen,
it again.
Dump.
And McMullen, and just forgot to do the clock again. My mistake, but now we're moving around. 19:35 and counting left as Ohio State going to keep it moving along. And that one to go down and through, and the Buckeyes really moving it around deep in their own territory here. So here we go right
Buck
at it
carrying
again.
it out of the zone now.
Well, Bracken, has a lot of momentum going for him. And then McMullen going to be chasing that one down a little bit, and here we'll have it again. And so that one to go through, finding it. Hoover going to get a good pass there.
Ohio dumps it in.
Liam Conway, his first game this season, tries to get a piece of it, but Bashara ends up stealing it from him. Mancino as well gets it stolen, though, as we'll see McMullen get knocked down there.
Seth and Hoover going into the neutral zone.
Well, and we'll keep it rolling along as well. The Buckeyes here so far. Looks like Sherman there. And we will have a penalty. 18:45 on the clock. We're going to wait a few seconds for that to catch back up to us.
A Falcon power play coming up for you folks.
Oh, and looks like Chip has found a cheat code, and Riley Martin's going to be off air for now. Thank you so much for joining us. We love to have you in our booth. Thank you so much, Riley.
Go ahead, my lady.
Well, here we go again, folks. And back for it. The Falcons now here again.
Power play. Shot will go safe.
That's a quick way to start it there for Rudo, who got a shot right into the chest of Russell. It keeps lagging.
Okay, it's fine.
Now back for it again. Higgins there to take the draw. Back over to Rudo again, and now we'll find a little bit more.
Had Higgins in front.
And Gobble finds Rudo as it almost went out of the zone. Rudo looking for something here, finds Gobble. Back to Rudo again, down in that corner, seeing what his options are. Going to choose to take it a little sauce up to the defense and waiting for it again a bit here. So now here you go. And trying to find it a little more right in front. And Higgins gets another.
Let's go!
And a goal for Higgins. 5-4 Falcons.
And it's a one-goal game, and we have a new one.
Well, and who else than number 22, Anthony Higgins?
Double deuce.
How about that? The business finance major says, I'm going to make Seth Russell an offer that he cannot refuse. It's 5-4 Bowling Green. Well, and there you have it. Bowling Green getting the energy back right up in here. Left in the
RFJ comes out with it.
Period. Scholze now to have it, gets a shot on net.
Oh, fumbled.
Goes right past it. Oh,
RFJ, big hit
by Feeler Johnson. Ohio State now taking it the other way. Trying to get a piece of it is Brown, and almost that one up into the neutral zone. Feeler Johnson looking for room. Going to just choose, however,
that's a good
to
play.
dump it.
Smart play there by Feeler Johnson. Get the puck deep.
Get the play to develop. As now Sisti now to have it for Ohio State. Almost goes to the neutral zone. Brown tries to get a piece of it there and not quite. Just gets knocked a little bit. Bentley now chooses to pass it over to Conway, who will now find it as that one just gets a little high up in the air. Into the skates, though, for number 33 on the Buckeyes as we take it back again. 16:47 and counting left in regulation here. Bowling Green to try to get one more. The one-timer, though, unsuccessful by Hunter Corna, was close. And that one going to be waved off. We will not have an icing. Looks like it got tipped. Kiesel going to be the first Falcon into the corner to try to get that one. And then almost kept in was Liam Conway. Patton gets taken down, trying to fight for it as well again. So here they'll have it. And then Kiesel to dump as he will go in again.
Yeah, oh, good forecheck here by the Falcons. McLaughlin.
Still moving it along. A little bit of a
carry there. Hold on. Amos, hold on to it. Tried to throw it down low for McLaughlin.
Well, he really tried to get one on there and not quite, though. And that one up center. Getting a piece of it there is the defenseman Agata. And so now they'll have to retreat but get some more out there. And Granica and Hoover going to be changing out as well. Amos to be able to force it offensively, and they're going to be rolled off. Bowling Green needs to get out of the zone right now. Amos staying in, but they get out
Patton.
In the blink of an eye there.
Patton finds it.
Patton almost got it. Tried some Patrick Kane momentum, and Hoover with some more extracurriculars. Hoover being Hoover as the net was knocked off on the Patrick Kane style goal. And then Hoover gets into a bit of a scruffle and duffle there right in the corner with Ohio State. I mean, we've seen that a lot, Chip, of Andrew Jacques being kind of an instigator, and so is Nathan Novotny, but mainly Jacques right there going up against it with Hoover, and there you saw it right on it.
Yeah.
Well,
5-4 game here, 15:29 to play.
And we're back into it. Hoover gets across to Granica, almost deflected. And so close indeed. Hoover to get a bit of a knock on that. Hoover taken down as well. And Hoover trying to get off him, but the play over in the other zone. Updike had a bit of piece on it. And then keeping it rolling. And they're still waiting for it. 3-on-3 action right on our close side. Hoover to lay a big, or excuse me, that's Buck to lay a big hit.
Now 3-on-2 for the Falcons.
Gobble just gets it on
doesn't know where it is.
Well, ref lost sight of it. That's the right whistle, but kind of unfortunate too, because maybe, you know, since Russell did not clearly know where that was, we could have had an opportunity there to possibly get that one notched in.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, we're back at it here again. And the energy is all ours. 14:54 remaining in regulation, but now it looks like we'll have Anthony Higgins.
Top line out. Higgins wins it.
Granica on net.
Whoa, I'm getting jumpy here.
Yeah,
good game.
Yeah, good game. It was close there on Granica, able to get that one off. Could have been the call that we needed, and not quite, though. We'll get him next time.
Higgins tied up, lost it.
And so we'll need something here. 14:45 to go, and now we're waiting for it a little bit more. Buck to get.
Takes the hit, makes the play. Got in front of the player.
Well,
now Buck could go the other way.
Well,
with Rudo.
Yeah, Mark Rudo now going to be able to get it over. McMullen now with the puck. Moving a little bit over left. Higgins now with it on his backhand, up and in, and not quite, but still
good
moving
poke
along.
check there by
McMullen
Russell.
almost got it. And BG still fighting for it now as we are in the neutral zone. And going to be keeping it going. Still rolling along for it here. That one heads in the zone. Now the neutral zone. Granica's still fighting.
Trying to just push it forward is Aiden Granica.
Well, was almost had it, but here you go again. And going cross now. Buck going to have to force Mancino. It's going to be action there, and he'll get that one. And so now we wait a tad longer to see what else we could have.
Play's getting real physical here between the Buckeyes and the Falcons.
Well, and now Sisti to have the puck.
Oh, good pass, but a better poke there by Rudo.
And McMullen to pick it up, so now here he goes, and he'll just get it across, and he needs a change. And forces Ohio State deep, as now we see C.J. Brown moving in a little bit for some opposition, and then Feeler Johnson as well to get that one back in, 13-20.
Oh.
And the ref taken down by Feeler Johnson inadvertently. And now here we'll go again. And so moving a little more. Bentley now with the puck to get that one out past Mancino.
Twos.
And now with all the force he has, Feeler Johnson in and on the glove of Russell. You know, a couple things we noticed there. Feeler Johnson had played last night his first hockey game in a year and a half after taking a senior season of high school off. And another thing too, getting hungry for the game, or getting hungry for after the game here. BG has the closest, or tied for the closest, Waffle House near their FBS school, or stadium, which would have been the Doit. But we're back here. Bentley now gets that one in, and Russell to save again.
I like that stat. Where'd you find that one?
Saw it on ESPN today.
I love it.
The amount of times I've gone to that Waffle House after a broadcast.
Even after practice, some of us go to Waffle House, especially, well, they love, guys that skate love the chocolate milk there.
Oh, and now here we go. Schulze with the big hit there, and that one going to be over wide the net. A bit of an inadvertent screen there, the 19 of Ohio State there. But now they'll wait for it back again, waiting a little longer as that one's way out, going to be forcing Tyler Gaffney to retreat for the Ohio State Buckeyes with 12:25 and counting remaining. Waiting for some more breathing room here. McLaughlin was the one to chase all the way down. And we'll take it a little bit more. 3-on-2 action as now everyone's starting to get back into the zone, and a big hit on Gata there. That's his second big hit he's seen this game. And so
another high hit there on Conway.
Well, we'll have another one.
Power play upcoming here for the Falcons.
Yeah. We'll just see what occurs because of this. And yeah. And looks like, all right.
Dan, you got fans. I missed this. You got fans in the chat again.
Well, I appreciate it, but yeah, Carter Wilk going to be the man forced into the box there as we proceed. Power play for Bowling Green, desperately needing it.
Higgins lost the draw. Granica holds it in.
And takes it over, and then Ohio State to intercept that, though. Good use of the hands there by the number 12 of Sam Gaffney, so now they'll have it. Mark Rudo with the puck, forcing it back a little bit. Just needing to get one here is all it takes. One shot of the stick can change the world. And so now Granica with it, goes up, and Higgins now to have it. Looking for where he can go, gonna just take a long shot over on the far side, and then Rudo gets it right back as well, moving forward. Granica looking to see where he can find it.
Over.
Rudo. And then right over and trying it. So close was McMullen for Bowling Green. And now
there you go,
Gobbs. A little bit more. Granica gets a shot.
That got through the goalie, but not
and Gobble screened it. Patrick Kane. Gobble tries for it again, but so close. And now Gobble behind the net. Falling for it a little bit more is McMullen as well, so we're seeing that here. And that's just going to go high up a little bit. And now to Granica's stick. Back for it again to McMullen. McMullen to get a shot, but his is blocked.
Oh, blocked again. McMullen had a chance in the slot on his own rebound.
And Granica to force
Oh
it in.
no,
And no, he's not.
3-on-1,
Gaffney
and we got tired
to get the
bodies out
pass.
there.
The 3-on-1. Gaffney tries to get it over, and he missed the pass. Just a tad wide, and now we're waiting a little bit longer. Gaffney with the shot. No, the fake, and high and in.
That's too much patience. You can't let them walk right in. Falcons, that's 2 shorthanded goals allowed.
Well, that'll extend it for Ohio State to make it a 6-4 contest here. Unfortunate to see. And that'll be the second shorthanded goal by Ohio State. So even if, we talk a lot about being on the penalty kill. If you can lock in on the power play, even you don't have to score, it could be a tie game 4-4 right now. Well, speaking of penalty kills, Hoover there to try to get it in as the whistle is blown. 10:25 left in the third period. So here we have it again. Updike now with the puck, seeing where he wants to go. He'll find Brown. As Brown able to get a nice notch into it, just dump it into the zone. Fighting for it a little bit more. Past Scholze. That one going all the way down. Updike going to be forced to chase it there. And now he's got some time behind the net. Updike chooses to go right. And he'll find
What the heck is Kiesel doing?
And a wide open slap shot right on. And Norg vicious to get it there for the save. But now we're heading the other direction. 9:50.
It's going to be an icing.
Will be the ice. They'll notch 3 seconds off of that. So now 9:47 left here. Not sure what's going on, but now it's a 6-4 contest. Really needing to have to get back into the swing of things here is Bowling Green. Now Seth Gobble going to be the one to take the draw, and that one goes wide and out. Liam Conway there to get it away from Bashar. That one to hit high and hits the ceiling, and we have another whistle. I believe we'll have that one in the neutral zone though, Chip.
Yeah, I think we forgot to start the clock there.
Well, for the folks at home, it is 9:47 in the third period. And that is where we're at. So now 9:45, but now Bashara to get the pass over. And now moving it along Bowling Green, though. Conway able to get a good one across Patton there versus Bashara in that corner, fighting for it. Mancino to try to chime on in there against Gaeta as well. But here you go. Looking for some more breathing room and momentum. Feeler Johnson to get a piece of it there and trying to move it along. And so now they wait a little bit longer for it again. 9:18 and counting left in our regulation, folks. And now Mancino with the puck tries to get it through. And Bashara almost has it, flies on into Norg Vicious. The puck is loose. The puck is loose, and then it goes out wide. Bashara almost had a hat trick there, but danger is avoided as we take an icing. All right, we're going to come on back over here as some things going on behind the scenes, getting that figured out. But here we go. Gobble to be the one to take the draw for the BGSU Falcons, and we'll take another one here to wait for it again. So patience, but it goes high, and the shot almost went through and screened on Nork Vicious, but it does not. So good timing there. Conway able to get a hold of that one, and then Feeler Johnson as well, as he's going to be forcing it up on the rush. Looking for it a bit here right on in. As Feeler Johnson tries to get it again, and then 8:34 and counting left. Bowling Green to get some fresh bodies out there, however, though. JT Webb, the one to be the most, most ambitious to get out there. And he'll get the one puck now, avoids the hit.
3-on-2.
Webb now on the 3-on-2, tries to go right, looks through. Granica right there in center. This goes off the pad of Russell. And then Amos almost got a hold of that one as well. And now Ohio State with one-on-one action. Bracken Buck to get there first, though. And no icing ruled as Buck is almost hit, but he sheds it. And now we go again. Webb able to get on in there and try to fight it off as well, taking on that number 16 of Jacob Bedard on Ohio State. as the hit there by Corna. Keeping it moving along, and then Granica able to get some power to it and trying to find some other breathing room. 7:42 and counting left as we start it moving along, and then that one back as well. Waiting for it, Captain Mark Rudo now. A nice move, and they move it into the neutral zone. Now offensive territory, but the shot is blocked there by Gaffney. So now Ohio State moving the other direction. Waiting for where they can go now, and Rudo trying to get a piece of it, and Bentley as well. Norkovicius tries to get the stop, and he does not. So now Bentley will be holding the puck, and he'll try to take it the other way, and Bentley embraces for contact there. The attempt made by Sam Gaffney, number 12. So now 7:05 and counting left.
Oh, Higgins could have gone the other way.
Well, and waiting for it as well, Ted Scholze. Going to need to be battling for it again for Berhalter on Ohio State. Mark Rudo, though, the captain, had a goal earlier. Will clear it out. Gaffney will touch it, so it will have to go on back. Around 2 hours and 5 minutes of game time here so far. But now here we move it along. Ohio State using some more momentum like we've seen all weekend. Takes it into the corner. Mark Rudo embraces for a hit. And we will see him get close there, but not quite. Just got more of the stick to it. And so now Higgins now with the puck, waiting for it again. Up at center, moving it along. Higgins to Conway, needing to get back in time. And they will. Higgins coming, or excuse me, no, Conway coming in. And almost got through, but now Ohio State's on a rush. The back check
That'll
by
be a
Kanye,
power play upcoming for the Falcons.
needing to take advantage of it. You know, we talked a lot about these power plays. 2 shorthanded goals for Ohio State coming in on this game. So even if you lock it down here, if you don't go complete berserk, you know, on the offense, if you're still able to lock it down on the defensive side, it could be a different game right now, but still 6 minutes to get 2 goals right now. Bowling Green trying to avoid going 0-2 as they have Michigan next week.
Yeah, Hoover to take the draw, second unit out. They get it back to Scholze.
As now he's waiting for it again. And then goes through the 1T almost by Brown, just barely will miss that one.
He's holding on to Brown.
And now they're waiting for it again. 5:50 and counting left. Scholze with it, gets it moving, and then the shot off the pads of Russell. Looks like Hoover's going to get a face wash there, and Brown not going to like that either, and we have extracurriculars, and Brown is down as well.
Yeah, I think Bowling Green here is going to end up with a power play, another power play. Could be a 4-on-3 here.
Well, and Coach Harper does not look too thrilled with these extracurriculars, and I don't blame him one bit. I mean, definitely Hoover's not in the wrong, and CJ's sticking up for his teammate. But nonetheless, we'll have a 5-on-3, the second 5-on-3 of this series. And here you go again. And they're going to send Hoover and Brown as well.
Wait. Did we get an extra?
What do you mean?
Why did we get 2 penalties and they only got 1?
I would say mostly because I'm not sure, honestly, why Hoover's in the box. CJ kind of, you can kind of make the argument why CJ should be in there. He kind of stepped in. He didn't have a place, yada, yada. You could try to go read the book on that. Hoover kind of was just put into a difficult situation, but we're going to have Matthew Dabrowski and Mark Rudo talking this one over. Rudo has a discussion to make and some evidence as why Hoover should not get a penalty here, but I mean, again, kind of like what we're seeing, it's not just this one instance, it's these 100 instances.
Okay, penalties are on the board.
Okay.
So it looks like we're going to get 4-on-3. CJ Brown comes out of the box. He was mistaken, so 4-on-3 power play.
Well, this is the first time this series we see a 4-on-3. I was about to say this would have been the second time to see a 5-on-3, where Ohio State had that yesterday, but Bowling Green was able to kill it.
Let's see who Bowling Green puts out there. I would expect Scholze to be one. He's responsible with the puck.
Yeah, I could see Scholze as well. I could see a lot of momentum, and that's really what Rudo is going to be talking about.
You're going to want a lefty and a righty to the left of him, and then you're going to want maybe like a big body in front.
Absolutely.
You know who I'd love to see in front is like a Ronan or a Nolan Patton. Get their stick on the ice and don't move.
Well, and that's, I mean, part of it, is that body. And, back when I would play, that was a big thing you'd want is they'd put these big forwards, and they'd try to just put them in there, and they were almost.
Oh, now there's no penalty on the board for Hoover.
So will we see a 5-on-3 here again? Waiting for it.
Oh, no.
And Rudo says 5-on-3.
5-on-3? 5-on-3 for the Falcons.
I stand corrected for the second time this series, folks. We will have a 5-on-3. And AP saying the Bowling Green comeback starts right now. So here comes the money, just waiting for it as well.
Oh, I love it, AP. I love it.
And a lot of good points here as well. I mean, Craig Patton saying some good things as well. I mean, line changes 100% correct. You got to do the 30, 40-second shifts. We've seen that a lot too of, guys being out there for over a minute 15.
I figured out the power penalties. So match, because there's 3 Ohio State guys, so 2 guys went to the boxers, and Ohio State picked up an extra, probably for the C.J. Brown shove, and Hoover got a matching with someone.
Alrighty.
Meanwhile, 5-on-3, Falcons in the corner.
Well, here they'll
held
take
in.
it.
Nice hold by Updike.
Updike with the puck now. Schulze all alone up high, but they're going to go low and try to get it to Gobble. He's taken down, but Schulze able to keep it in.
Walk in, CJ, walk in.
And so now Brown to have it. Goes back to Brown again. Going to try to get it, and he loses it. So now we're going the other direction, waiting for it again, and the shot on net. Norka Vicious gets it in his glove. Knocked away.
That's a penalty. He just ran over.
And so Dabrowski, we've seen his name kind of be a little bit in the more kind of side of that. And yeah, whether it was intentional or not, that will be a hit without possession. CJ was nowhere near the puck. And so they will not call anything. Interesting move, though, 2 defensemen, and then leaving Mancino all alone at the center. And
Number
so we'll
1
wait
unit
for that.
out.
Well, Granica going. Finds the pass to McMullen, who gets it to Rudo.
This is an interesting pressure here. They're trying to force the Falcons to turn it over, and they do.
Well, Higgins going to be fighting for it now.
Someone's just going to have to decide to just skate it up.
Well, and then here comes
we go.
Rudo, forcing one man behind. Buck up the way high. Rudo across. McMullen back to Higgins.
That's
Higgins
what I want.
to Granica.
Buck in front. I like this move.
Granica gets the pass around. I've never seen something like that before, but
net's off.
Oh, my Lanta. It wouldn't be the Slater Family Ice Arena if the net wasn't off, but we'll see what's going on here.
The net came off, so they can't change. Net came off. I like this Bracken Buck in front. Put the big body strong on his stick. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that one past Granica moving it along, though, and we take it back here. Granica all alone in the defensive zone for Bowling Green. Behind the net of Norkovicius. Where does he go? He'll go right. McMullen with the puck. Gets it on over. Higgins now with it. Waiting for it again. Higgins to stop. Look for his options. And he gets it up. Rudo now takes it into that corner. And back again. Down low. Shot in front. Almost in that. Missed. That is missed by Higgins.
And here goes Speed again.
And Bashara has only Granica in front of him.
5-on-4 we skate.
Well, and here they go again. Right
Granica,
into the feet.
what are we doing?
And Granica, though, has to lay the body on Gaffney at around center. So now Buck goes in. Going to have to force
good turnover.
Impacts. Higgins now waiting for the shot. And McMullen to miss the pass. So close. They'll get him next time, but here they go again. Ohio State to change a couple, and so is Bowling Green. Liam Conway to come out there onto the ice, and so is Carter Gata. And now some more changes as Rudo gets off for Feeler Johnson. And then Ohio State moving in and offsides again. As Hoover to come out. Sisti to come out as well. And I believe Dabrowski is out as well. So Brown on the face-off for Bowling Green, takes it back again, waiting for it. Keeping it moving along as we go with 3:17 left here in the third period. Going to be fighting for it here. Conway able to get a hold on it. Now into the corner the Falcons will go. Waiting for it back here again, so now they'll find it. Brown tries to get it in, almost has it in possession. Pass, though, and so close by that 27 of Kiesel, waiting for it on again here. And so now we'll need something back to go. 2:50 and counting left, and that one going right onto Norkovicius, and he's just going to hold on to it, and ooh, a wise decision for the Buckeyes to just lay off of that one. And conflict is avoided there, Chip.
I mean, Falcons need to start pushing here. I think they missed a chance on that 5-on-3. I like the looks they got. Couldn't capitalize.
And with 2:46 and counting left in the period, here we go. Mancino to keep it in. Waiting for it now, Dabrowski to have it wide back, and so now does Bashara, out to Dabrowski and just missed. And now he will find a little of Norkovicius, and Mancino now with the puck. Conway trying to hold on to him as well. Feeler Johnson, but not quite. So now we'll see some more, and a good clear there by Liam Conway.
Yeah, I like Conway's play tonight so far.
Well, Ohio State has it into the zone. Forcing now Bowling Green to get some pressure. Mancino with the puck, waiting for it, gets knocked. And gets knocked again, and then that one going to go high and waiting for it a little bit more. Jacques to have it and then moves it through over to that number 20 on Ohio State as we proceed to see what else we have. So now moving the puck back along. A good interception there by Feeler Johnson, but Bashara to get it back and then moves it over, and Mancino gets it across from Bashara as the net comes off. And a close one there, just barely missed.
Minute 47 to play. Third period. Falcons need to get 2. That's all that matters.
Well, and here they go again. Gaffney with the shot.
Good block there, Kiesel.
And to get the Gaffney there, he's going. Bentley facing him off now as that one will go high. Ohio State looking for it. Cross ice, and just a piece of it is Kiesel, but not quite enough. So now Bentley going into the corner against Gaffney to fight for it. Conway to get a piece of it as well for the knock. And then another one, Feeler Johnson to push and shove, but now waiting for it. Back again. The minute 20 across, not quite. And so now we'll wait for it. Updike to get a hold of it there. And then Conway as well to try for it. And then going across, and then that one down low. Bentley with it. Getting and moving forward. So now here we go again, folks. As that one, C.J. Brown has one on him and just high and missed.
Just missed.
Would have been a beautiful shot if it connected, but now here we back are again with less than a minute remaining in this one. Ohio State keeping it moving, has 2 in front. Norkovicius with the stop as that shot attempt is made by the number 29 there on Ohio State to keep this one moving forward.
52 seconds to play. I think the Falcons, they can get a quick one.
All about the quickness here, really needing it. As that one will line back and waiting for Ohio State to get something here, anything, as Jacques was the one that last touched that. 45 seconds now. Ohio State waiting for it again here. Keeping this one moving forward, trying to go up, but ends up going down. Just holding it on here.
Ohio State's doing a nice job keeping this puck low.
Scholze playing some good defense, able to show for it there. Updike now chasing after it, and that one goes back in. Ohio State forced to retreat, but there they come back. Bentley now with the puck behind the net, tries to clear it out of the zone, and now we're neutral, folks, as Ohio State will have it. And then past a man they go. Gobble there, not quite able to get a hold of it. 10 seconds now remaining in the game. As that one's across, and then there it goes. Bentley not able to lay the hit, as now Scholze will have the puck in 3, 2, and 1. So both games, Chip, 2-goal games. Last night we had 2-0. Tonight we have 6-4. The 2 goals I think that made the biggest difference for Ohio State were those 2 goals that they were able to get shorthanded.
Yeah, special teams is the name of the game, and I think it's important. Like I said, We got to cut this broadcast, though, so I can get to work.
Well, get to work, go to McDonald's. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for the home opener here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. We will be back on Friday to take on the Michigan Wolverines. That one should also be, if I remember correctly, here at Slater. Anyways,
yes.
That's all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining us all. God bless. Good night. I'm Dan Ridenour with Chip Creinin signing off. You have been watching BGSU Club Hockey.